For ladies, you need to be able to know when the guy really loves you. Love is not a feeling. Hi, this is Niyi Odunsi, and this is the Good News Channel TV. We're on the Bedroom Talk channel, and we've been talking about where do you get your information on sex from? Where do you get it from? We've spoken about so many things already. We've established many truths about the authentic source for information when it comes to sex and sexual relations. Now, I want to take it further now by talking to us about the purpose of sex. We've spoken about the manual. There's a manual for sex. It's in the Bible. Now, from the manual, what is the purpose of sex? You ask many people, what is sex all about? Why engage in sex? You're not likely to get the right answers because these answers are not from the manual. Now, the manual gives us many reasons for sex, but I'm just going to talk to you about two principal reasons. The first one, of course, which you can find from Genesis and chapter 1 and verses 26 to 28, and then you can also find this in the book of Malachi, chapter 2, and from verses 14, 15, 16. God, the purpose of sex, from according to the manual, first and foremost is procreation. That's having children, giving birth to children. And the Bible says in Malachi 2 and verse 16, it talks about having godly children. That's the original purpose of sex. Giving birth or raising or generating, producing, as it were, godly seeds, godly children. That's the first purpose of sex according to the manual. The second one, of course, is bonding. When the Bible talks about the two becoming one, that's bonding. That's a unity. Becoming one again, becoming unified. There's a lot that I have to say about that, but I won't say it on this platform. Now, one of the reasons why we have a lot of problems with sex is because people conflict the purpose of a thing with the design many times. The purpose of a thing is not the design of that thing. Now, when you confuse purpose with design, you end up with a lot of catastrophes. Now, let's give you an example. What's the purpose of a car? It's just to convey people from one place to the other. Now, when you talk about race cars, there's another purpose for that, but we're talking about ordinary cars. Now, many times you find people who confuse the purpose of a car with the design. Now, a car is designed to move fast, to get from one spot to the other quickly. But that's not the purpose of a car. It's the design to move quickly. Now, when people think that the purpose of a car is racing, and it's not a race car, then you have a problem. Someone jumps into a car and is doing 200 kilometers per hour. That's not the purpose of that car. What's likely to happen? He's going to have an accident. He's going to either hurt himself, he's going to either die, the car would get damaged, destroyed. Now, this is what happens when people confuse the purpose of sex with the design. Now, we've said that the two purposes of sex are procreation and bonding. But sex is designed to be pleasurable. That's how God designed it. Because if you're procreating, a woman conceives, she gets pregnant. Now, I've been told that giving birth is one of the most painful experiences that humans go through. That's women. It's said that if not for God designing women in a way that they forget that pain, they forget most of it, maybe not all of it, no one would ever want to have sex, because if it's so painful giving birth, then that pain is just going to make you not want to go near sex at all. But God designed it in such a way that women forget most of it and they're able to have sex again. So when people now confuse the purpose of sex with the design, when people think sex is for pleasure alone, then you have a lot of problems. Unwanted pregnancies, abortions, single parenthood, juvenile children, all kinds of problems. Don't confuse the purpose of sex with the design. Don't go away. I'll be right back to continue on this.